We'll be together soon. Huh. Okay. I guess there are death scenes in this game. I didn't realize. Hi guys, I just want to take a second to thank all my patrons here who have donated to me. No matter how much they've donated to me, it really means a lot to me. And if you guys want, you can check out my Patreon and help support me continue to make yaoi videos. Thanks guys. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Chess of Blades. In the last episode, Rivian and Arden, they went down into this dark dungeon, and what happened? I don't know, they found some shit. Let's take a quick look. I'm not letting you go. Oh, he's taking our warm hand. Okay. I think we heard something behind this door. We're trying to find Hazel. Whatever. We're trying to find little bitch. What the fuck is this? The wide towering... I mean, that's not Rivian's voice. The wide towering chamber we step into is oddly beautiful, filled with a flickering light. My eyes are drawn to the huge stained glass window in the room. Lit not from the outside, but from the inside, with candles scattered all over the floor around it. And before the window stands an altar with a small figure resting atop it. Are they gonna sacrifice Hazel? Do it. Let's see this shit happen. I'm in for some bloodletting. Let's do it. Damn. Still as stone and white as a ghost. A little girl. I start to bolt towards the altar, but something suddenly grabs my wrist.
Riv, wait!
Come on, we gotta save her.
That's Hazel. Let go of me. I have to make sure she's...
Not dead. Oh, I assure you she's alive. For now.
Who is that? Who's talking? Seriously, who's talking? A familiar, yet oddly alien voice booms out to us. Like before, Arden stiffens at my side, his fingers squeezing against my wrist, almost hard enough to hurt. Oh God, I love it when he hurts me. I love it when we're in the bedroom and he gets rough with me. No, that can't be. A tall, looming figure approaches us slowly, with a much different presence and aura than last time. Who could it be? But there's no mistaking it. This man is Saber? No, not my Scottish gentleman, or was he Irish? Whatever he was.
But you're not the ones I wanted to see. That dog Linnaeus was supposed to come here.
Did he always have that blood on his hands? Maybe, I don't know. His voice is slow and cold, although it brims with an undercurrent of anger. Saber was the one who kidnapped Hazel?
But why? I thought you were one of the king's fighters.
Saber scornfully spits on the ground, his eyes narrowing hatefully.
One of the king's puppets, you mean? A boy snatched away from his parents to fight for His Majesty's entertainment. Like some kind of animal in a circus!
Is he really the one who kidnapped Hazel? This seems too easy.
The king thinks of us as nothing more than rag dolls. Common folk. And idiot nobles like you, too.
A slow, jeering smirk spreads over Saber's lips as he steps towards me, reaching out a hand. Growling, Arden pulls me back and steps forward to stand as a barrier between Saber and myself.
Ah, and the little god who follows you around everywhere, too. You think you're doing something noble by pledging yourself to the king? Like being brainwashed will make you into a better man.
The king is noble. You just spit lies.
Is he really, though? Who even is the king? Seriously. We've never met him. Like, I'm gonna need a citation for that. Despite his angry, vehement reply, I thought I saw a moment of doubt briefly flash across Arden's face.
Then you kidnapped Hazel to threaten the king? You knew she was the prince's daughter?
Saber's intense gaze flicks from Arden over to me. His dark orbs glimmer in amusement. His dark orbs? Really? Is that what we're gonna call him? Okay. And he inclines his head in a nod.
The eyes of the disciples see all, know all. Their whispers told me of a perfect chance to snatch away the king's secret, and a perfect place that no one would search.
The disciples of Ignatius.
Saber only smirks widely at my words, which is more than enough of a reply.
We know things that even your Grand Inquisitor does not. And as our numbers grow, we will tighten the rope around the putrescent neck of your royalty. And we will make them squirm.
What the hell? What did I do to him? Damn. With a sadistic look in his eye, Saber motions towards the towering stained glass window.
But I'll admit, you put the pieces together faster than I thought. Though if that fool of a swordsman hadn't failed his task, you would have never found this place.
Swordsman? He must mean the fencer who acted as an assassin.
I wanted him to get rid of you before you caught on or drew attention to yourself. But later on, this mongrel of a god was always sticking to you like a fly to honey.
You should have always counted on my husband being there, right by my side, you fool Saber. That was your first mistake.
You killed the assassin, didn't you? Because you didn't want him to talk.
Why do you seem so angry, Arden? Who cares? He was an assassin.
You would have rather me let you torture him? I'm not without mercy. Unlike you, mad little hound. You would have cut him in two for being around your precious friend.
Hey, we're more than friends.
Enough!
Oh. A metallic ring splits through the air, and suddenly Arden's sword is pointed towards Saber. Another battle to the death for over my life? Oh boy, I love it when that happens.
Give us the girl, and I'll let you have a quick death, rather than a slow and painful one by the Inquisitor's hands.
Oh, I love it when you talk so brutally like that, Arden. I want to see his blood on your blade.
Arden.
Just let it happen, Ravine. God. I bite my lip after my hesitant voice spills out. I can't believe all this happening is happening, but I don't want Arden to put himself at risk by fighting Saber.
Saber, what did you mean when you said Hazel wasn't dead yet?
Let him risk himself a little, come on. Those words have weighed on my mind unpleasantly, and Saber's delighted chuckle in response confirms my suspicions.
I had told the Inquisitor that if he did not arrive here by tonight with the specific documents and information I requested, I would refuse him the antidote for the poison I gave little Hazel just before you arrived.
Oh no! Little bitch is gonna die! Poison! Hazel, we have to get her that antidote.
But it seems he'd rather trade the girl's life than his king's secrets. Or perhaps it was the king himself who told him not to come.
Bitterness and hatred drips down from Saber's voice as it drops to a growl. But there's a strange aspect to it, something almost like pain or sympathy.
Where's the antidote? Speak, or I'll cut your tongue into shreds, you treasonous bastard!
Do it! Saber takes a gradual step away from Arden, his hand languidly reaching over one shoulder. There, strapped against his back, is a huge blade. Oh God, I wonder if that's a scale model of anything. The huge gaping wound on the assassin's chest was surely made from that sword.
Buzzing flies need to be swatted. If you want to join the princess in death, the tomb nearby can hold all three of you. I promise.
He unsheaths the giant blade, a claymore that a normal man wouldn't be able to lift with such ease, but with his strong, sweaty muscles, he does it without skipping a beat. Oh God! Why didn't the Kickstarter raise enough money for him to have his own route? God damn it! Arden grips the handle of his longsword tightly, his eyes quickly shifting over to Saber to scan his opponent. Shit! There has to be something I can do to stop them, or to get the antidote away from Saber. Oh shit.
Putting a finger on Rivian! Not over my dead body!
Oh, look at this. He looks so manly here. Oh my love, fight for me! With an enraged roar, Arden springs out towards Saber, lashing forward with his blade. To my surprise, Saber quickly moves back, nimble on his feet despite his great height.
Should I be afraid of the bastard son of a pathetic duke? I doubt he's so much as invested in dueling lessons for you.
What? Is this Scottish man even royalty? Is he? I just assumed he wasn't because he was Scottish. So I don't know why he's trying to kick down Arden for not being prestigious enough. But maybe he is royalty. I don't know. Arden freezes, his teeth gritting together in a pained expression. Did I hear that right? Arden is an illegitimate child? Oh, did I not know that before? Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm not paying enough attention.
How do you?
I told you, didn't I? The disciples know all of the little secrets you so-called nobles try to keep quiet. Ho 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 ho! There are all sorts of rumors about you. I wonder if your friend knows any.
He has some nice sideburns. But, is that why he moved away suddenly? Because he was an illegitimate child? Smirking, Saber nods over to me. In response, Arden immediately bristles, a widely infuriated look shining madly in his eyes.
I'll rend you limb from limb.
His words come out in a hoarse, strained whisper. A moment later, and he suddenly lunges out once more, striking so swiftly that he becomes a blur in the air. To my surprise, Saber stumbles back, a hand over his chest. Wow! I'm really surprised. I didn't think you would be capable of actually wounding him, Arden. I didn't think you were good enough. A red line is visible on his tan skin, shallow but long. Looks like you have another scar to add to your collection. But rather than growing angry, he seems to relish the moment, a ragged grin splitting open his lips.
A worthy opponent, maybe.
I really like that laugh. Just like that, his giant claymore raises swiftly up through the air, aimed straight for Arden's head.
Arden!
As I cry out his name frantically, Arden just barely dodges out of the way, letting out a growl. He quickly recovers and makes a fast counterattack, leaping towards Saber. But he's off balance from his dodge, and Saber easily parries.
Are you even trying? Come on!
Ooh, that was really quite the scream. Taunting him scornfully, Saber pushes Arden back with his huge blade, then swiftly brings it down once more in a massive arc. Although he manages to avoid the succession of attacks that follow, it's clear that Arden is being forced on the defensive, unable to keep up with the sheer force of Saber's attacks. Saber's strikes! His breathing is loud and heavy, and Saber manages to avoid all his counterattacks, even though they're quick and well-aimed. I search desperately for anything around to throw at the towering brawler and try to distract him, but there's nothing on this barren floor. What? Do we really not bring, like... Oh wait, that's right, our knife was confiscated, wasn't it? Wait, no it wasn't. Why don't we have our knife? I remember Rivian very distinctly discussing or talking about how he had a knife that he snuck past inspection. And if I dive in there, surely I'll just get cut up to pieces by one of their blades. I have to think. I have to act. For Arden's sake, I have to act. I don't know if this is good, but let's do it. I know there's no way I can really make a difference, but I can't just try to talk him down. I won't sit here and let Hazel die. Maybe I should grab Hazel and try to beat Saber over the head with her. I'll use her like a weapon. Dashing forward, I leap out towards Saber, grabbing onto his side in an attempt to knock him off balance. He staggers to one side, grunting slightly. But a moment later, he suddenly throws me off. The strength in one of his arms is enough to send me flying. My back skids along the stone floor with a thud, and I gasp in pain.
Riv! No!
What? It's okay. He just threw me to the side. Relax. God. Arden cries out, jerking his body towards me. Oh, you're about to get sliced open, aren't you? But before I can take more than a few steps forward... You stupid idiot. A huge claymore drives straight through his stomach, impaling him completely. My vision blurs as I watch in utter horror while his body crumples to the floor.
Arden, no.
This has to be a nightmare. I don't believe this is happening. It can't be. Arden! Blood dripping off his sword, Saber slowly steps towards me. Unable to take my eyes off Arden's unmoving form, I can't feel anything. No pain, no fear, only shock.
I'll send you off together as a favor.
Dimly aware of Saber's raising his claymore over my head, I close my eyes. Arden, I won't let you leave me alone again. We'll be together soon. Huh. Okay. I guess there are death scenes in this game. I didn't realize. Okay, I guess I'll bring you back when I get back there. Alright, I'm back. And I'm not sure if there's a skip function in this game. I just had to spam the spacebar. Okay, this time I have to think. I can't just run in there and let Arden get sliced open again. Come on, Rivian. I know there's something here I can do. Wait, what if Saber's been bluffing all this time? It's a long shot, but maybe,
You're
just
lying.
maybe...
There's no poison and no antidote. There's nothing to keep us from killing you.
What? Are we right? What? I love how he just gives it away with that grunt. Saber leaps back from Arden, shooting a sudden glare in my direction. Surprised, Arden staggers back, gulping in the air to catch his breath. Thank the gods. If nothing else, I can buy time for him to recover.
It's been 2 days and you still haven't harmed Hazel. If you were really willing to kill her, you would have done so already.
And what makes you think that? I was just giving the king and that bastard inquisitor time to work out their priorities.
Wow, this Scottishman is really bad at acting. He sneers scornfully, but I sense a slight discomfort in his expression that lights hope inside me. But most importantly, I just have to keep him talking.
That can't be true. Linnaeus didn't even know where you were or who you were.
We're uncovering this plot piece by piece. Gritting his teeth, Saber takes a step towards me. Somehow I managed to bravely hold my ground and keep talking.
I'd guess you were too afraid to even send out that blackmail note. Or do you just feel compassion for Hazel? Too much to go through with your threat?
Oh, Scottish men don't feel any compassion. So that can't be it.
Enough lies! Silence!
No. Who let Saber say his lines like that? Oh my god. Literally. Just as Saber lunges out for me, Arden suddenly throws his weight at Saber's back, slamming into him in full force. You're supposed to cut him open with your sword, you douchebag! As the huge man stumbles towards me, I manage to dodge to the side, kicking savagely at his shins to try and knock him down. His sheer rage seems to have dulled his fast reaction somewhat, and he hits the stone floor in his stomach, letting out a growl. He quickly starts to push himself up, but Arden's boot firmly plants in the small of his back and pushes him down. His sword presses to the back of Saber's neck.
You're not going anywhere, heartless coward.
I start to worry that Arden's going to slice into his skin before we have so much as a chance to question him. However...
This way, men! Hurry!
What? No, I think if the King's guards find us down here, they're gonna like court-martial us. Is that Linnaeus's voice? Was it Linnaeus's voice? I couldn't tell, it was all muffled. Sure enough, a moment later the thudding of many footsteps grows close, and the doors nearby burst open.
Rivian! Arden!
Oh shit, they know we're here! A plethora of guards flood into the chamber after Linnaeus, rushing towards us to surround Arden and Saber.
This man! Seize him! And quickly, get the girl! Make sure she's safe!
To my surprise, Saber seems to have stopped struggling and instead just closes his eyes. His hands ball into fists, and a bitter expression crosses his face. For a moment, I almost feel pity for him. What? Why? Wait, what? That doesn't make any... What? Why? Why would you feel pity for him? I don't understand. It's not like he's a noble hero or noble villain. Like, he's just an asshole. Okay, sure. Even though we almost lost our lives to his hands, it's very odd for you to feel that, Rivian, but okay. Don't give me that look.
What am I going to do with you two?
Don't put your hand on your head or whatever. God, Linnaeus. We did all the work down here. Sighing in exasperation, Linnaeus glares at Arden and me, but behind his glasses is a clear look of relief. The same relief we all feel, surely.
Ah, well, you could start with not having Arden fired for assaulting a guard, for starters.
You were the one who trespassed first, Riv.
As he sends back a weakly, playful retort while stepping away from Saber and letting the guardsman take over, Arden exhales a heavy breath, clearly exhausted. I lend him my shoulder to lead on, sending up a quiet prayer of thanks that he isn't injured. Then, one of the guards slowly approaches us with Hazel in his arms.
Is she alright?
To my surprise, Hazel's eyes flutter open at my words. She squirms in the guard's grip, and he gently sets her down, holding a hand supportively against her back.
Sleepy.
Oh, look at little bitch. Was she always that short? She wobbles a little, rubbing a hand at her eyes. Could it be that Saber drugged her with nothing other than a sleeping medicine?
Sir Vivian? Sir Arden? Oh, thank you.
The girl doesn't look in horrible shape, but she definitely could use a good meal and the warmth of her mother's arms. Stooping down in front of her, I grin at Hazel broadly, feeling the same relief as if I'd rescued my own sister.
You're so brave, Hazel. You'll have to teach me a thing or two.
I will, but I want to nap first.
I hold out my arms to her as she clings on to me, her tiny mouth opening with a long yawn. As I lift her up, Arden and Linnaeus watching with smiles on their faces, and a sense of this nightmare finally drawing to a close sets in upon the dark chamber. We make our way back to the castle with Saber being dragged along by the guards to the prison, Arden and Linnaeus walking with me as I carry Hazel. Linnaeus, of course, thoroughly chews us out for our self-made investigation, but he admits he had no idea where Hazel was being kept. Who knows what Saber's plans were? It's possible he was planning on smuggling her out to one of the disciples' bases. Luckily, after the guard Arden knocked out woke up, he quickly got Linnaeus and his men, and they arrived in the nick of time. It seems we've escaped any punishment, thankfully, although Linnaeus instructs us not to mention a word of Hazel's lineage to anyone else. Apparently he himself was only told today, which is why he gave me that icy admonishment earlier.
Hazel, my baby, you're safe.
Mom, I missed you so much.
We deliver Hazel into Emily's arms, and the reunion is so tear-filled and blissful that I have to step out of the room in order to not start sniffling. Damn it, I'm far too invested in this whole affair. Afterwards, Arden and I are taken to see none other than the king himself. He firmly reprimanded us for prying into things, of course. Immediately after, though, he actually came up to both of us, embracing both Arden and me individually. He almost teared up as he thanked us for rescuing his granddaughter, and I was so flabbergasted I barely managed to squeak out what was more or less a no problem anytime. It was a relief to finally be released back to my room, and as Arden tagged along, we commiserated over how awkward the whole experience was. I think both of us are hugely relieved, though, that we managed to rescue Hazel. It's been weighing on my shoulders since the second night of the celebration, and at last I can finally let my mind turn to other things. Speaking of other things... Ooh, are we finally gonna get a sex scene? So is the game over now? I think the game's like near over. I guess. I'm surprised things wrapped up so quickly. But I'm going to end this episode of Chess of Blades here, guys. Thank you for watching, and in the next episode, I'm praying for that sex scene. There are sex scenes in this game, right? I'm not crazy, right? I swear to God, this game was rated 18, wasn't it? So there has to be a sex scene, right? Right? Have I been waiting for a sex scene that's never coming? I think I might have been waiting for a sex scene that's never coming. Maybe. Oh my God, I've been duped. But that's okay. See you guys next time. Bye.